Welcome back to my channel, everyone. So in this video I'm going to be explaining the benefits of owning a van with twin sliding doors. They're also called dual sliding doors. It doesn't matter which way you say it. However, my van basically has two sliding doors at the back. So I have a sliding door here and I also have a sliding door here. Now, most Volkswagen transporters only have one sliding door. So if you're thinking about buying a van with two sliding doors, I'm going to explain to you all of the benefits that come with it and also tell you a few of the cons, I would say, to having two sliding doors. There's not really many. This video should hopefully help you make your mind up. So the first benefit of having dual sliding doors is if you've got a family or there's a lot of you traveling in your van, when you go to park up somewhere into like a busy supermarket, or you've got a wall on one side or a car this side too close to you, it doesn't really matter so much because they can get in and out of the van either side without it being too much of a problem. So that is one great benefit of having two sliding doors. The second thing is, if you're going for the traditional camper van layout with the kitchen along the side, you will be able to change your water bottles, your waste bottles and your camping gas bottles all from the outside of the van. So that means you don't need to come inside of the van, get on your knees, bend down, lean inside of the kitchen cabinets, try and change it all over, then bang your head on the way out, whilst then swearing and wishing you ain't bothered buying a camper van. It just makes life a lot easier. You can do it from the outside. Now you're probably wondering, how can I have a traditional like camper van style kitchen going along the side of the van if I've got a door there? Well, basically what I've seen a lot of these conversion companies and, you know, DIY camper van enthusiasts doing themselves is when they're installing the kitchens, they just make sure it's more screwed down to the floor as opposed to the side of the van, because there's nothing else to screw to. So providing you reinforce your units and make sure they're screwed down properly, there shouldn't be any issue whatsoever. Now in my van, I went for a full width rock and roll bed, as you can see here, and just a small camping pod located just behind the driver's seat. Now what that does is maintains the functionality of the van. I can still get in and out the van both sides without anything being in my way. I didn't want a traditional kitchen layout going along the side of the van because I wouldn't be able to get outside of that door, and I just thought it was a bit pointless for me. Also, the other benefits of having twin sliding doors is it lets so much more light in the van. So even like now, for instance, it's very windy, very grey and very dark. I'll just take you to the back and show you. So like now it's completely dark in here. If I open this door, it lets a lot more light in. And now if I open, just drop my charger, this door, it lets even more light in. So you can see it lets loads of light and also plenty of ventilation in the summer. Just opens the van up lovely inside. So by having dual sliding doors, you get plenty more light inside the van and also plenty more ventilation, which is perfect for the summer. Now this leads me on to the next benefit of being able to stand outside of the van whilst cooking. So if you see, my pod is obviously here again. It hasn't moved since I last shown you it. So like now it's a bit tricky to cook in here. I mean, unless of course I was going to go and spend £3,000 or £4,000 on a pop top, it is a bit tricky to stand up whilst cooking. I'm a bit hunched over. So to avoid that from happening, all I do is go outside of the van and just start cooking from here. So I'm standing up completely and I can still cook and use my hob, do the washing up and everything from outside of the van. Had I have only had one single sliding door, I wouldn't be able to do that. So that is a massive benefit for me. Now, another amazing benefit of having twin sliding doors is if you and your partner go away to a campsite and it's the middle of the night and one of you needs the toilet, you can still do it without waking each other up. Basically means you have your own side of the van, you don't need to climb over each other getting in and out the van, There's no tripping over each other's stuff or anything. It just makes life a lot easier in situations like that. Now, another amazing benefit I can think of is when it comes to cleaning or any maintenance in the van itself. So I can open both doors up. I can go from one side to the other. If I'm hoovering, if I'm cleaning the floor, it just makes it a lot easier. I'm not having to keep dragging everything through. I can do it from either side of the van. Makes it a hell of a lot easier. Also, it gives you another place to sit. So if you're parked up at a car park and you're sat outside the van having your sandwiches or whatever, I don't know, you can sit on this side of the van on the step, or the other side of the van on the step. Like, you can't do that if you don't have twin sliding doors. So look, I can sit this side. It's a bit windy this side, so I'm probably going to move to the other side now without having to walk around the van. There you go, perfect. So the majority of those benefits are if you've gone for the same layout as me, which is the full width rock and roll bed and just a camping pod. However, if you do go for the full kitchen along the side, you'll still get most of those benefits, and you'll still get more benefits than you would as opposed to having a van with a single sliding door. Now, you're probably wondering what the cons are to all of this. Well, the first thing, in my opinion, is really the aesthetic side of things. Having a twin sliding door means it has doors all the way around, whereas if you look at a single sliding door on a transporter, it has one big panel down the driver's side, which looks really smart. So unfortunately, us guys with twin sliding doors don't get that. Now, another con to having dual sliding doors, which I don't think I can actually call it a con because it's not really a con, it's just part of everyday maintenance or use of a vehicle, is the fact that there are more components to go wrong. So because you've got an extra door on the van, it's going to have more rollers and sliders and locks on it to go wrong. But to be honest, I've never had any issues with my doors on my van, and if something did go wrong, it wouldn't really bother me too much because of the benefits I get from having two sliding doors. So that's another thing just to bear in mind. And then the last thing I would say is just the fact that you have to put a bit more thought into your conversion if you're going for a camper van conversion. So you might have to just run your cables across the ceiling way around the door as opposed to just directly across if you're going for the same layout as mine, because I didn't want to run mine down by the steps. I ran mine across the ceiling, so it's just a little bit more thought, but nothing major. Literally everything is a lot better with twin sliding doors. If you've got a Volkswagen with the same sort of layout as mine and you agree, let me know. If you've got any questions, let me know. Just ask them below. Apart from that, I'm pretty much done with this video. I think I've sold it to everyone. So if you are looking to get a van with twin sliding doors or dual sliding doors, however you wish to call them, I hope this video has helped you out. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And don't forget to like this video if you like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. I don't care. And last thing. Don't know. That's it. Goodbye.